Looks like there's not going to be a bounce in the market once ETH hits $2,700. That is what I was previously thinking. However, I've stumbled across some evidence in the charts indicating something worse, that this move is only about half over and it's about ready to get very, very violent. And it could be pretty bad. Shit can go a lot lower. I'm going to show you what I'm seeing in the charts. Hopefully you find it compelling. Hopefully you decide to take action, even though I've been bearish for a whole month, month and a half, or whatever. Just take a look at this. This is kind of scary stuff. Let's go. Tether dominance chart. I have labeled each time that so this is 2-day on Tether dominance, okay? USDT.D is the ticker for this. Kind of like Bitcoin dominance is BTC.D. One of my VIPs, I think it's one who leads one of the 2 live trading channels that I have within my Discord community. He showed this to me and it's really compelling. And this is one of 2 major things that is saying there won't be a bounce. And it's not even close to bouncing. And the move isn't even close to being done to the downside. Like this is super compelling stuff. Watch. And I wouldn't have spotted this without him mentioning this. And he mentioned it about a week and a half ago, and I decided to look at it again. And shit, I don't think we're going to get a bounce, folks. Okay, so let me show you what I'm seeing here. Tether dominance 2-day chart. Just like Bitcoin, before you have, so imagine this is like price, right? Before you have a down move, you typically get a strike of bearish divergence or 2 on a 2-day chart or a weekly chart or whatever. I'm using the 2-day chart. So before Tether goes, so as Tether goes down, that's when people deploy Tether into altcoins and the market can go on some type of pump, whether it's big or small, doesn't matter. The market doesn't go on a pump until Tether dominance is ready to go down. It's that simple. Like it's strikingly clear, and I want to show you this. Watch, and once we get to this, you'll see after we get through all these examples, you're gonna see that the chance for a bounce it looks like it's close to 0. I mean, I would hate to say that, but it looks like it's extremely low probability of getting any sort of bounce, and it's gonna continue going down. So watch. So before this down move happened, which means an up move on crypto, right? Because people deploying Tether, on the 2-day chart, you had a strike of bearish divergence on the 2-day chart, or at least a lower high on the 2-day RSI. So you had a high here, a high on RSI, another high, which technically isn't bearish divergence because this didn't go higher, but you had a lower high on the 2-day RSI, specifically to getting rejected or being below the green zone. So the lower high was either below the green zone or got rejected by it, like clean rejection. And then Tether dominance moved down from a more macro, mid-macro standpoint. Another one, this move right here, even though this wasn't a mid-macro move down, but you had one high, went below the EMA, came back, got rejected by the green zone right there, and then you had a strong down move, right? Even though it recovered, which means crypto went right back down, but what that means was Bitcoin and crypto had a big spike, most likely. Because Tether dominance went right back up. So Bitcoin had a spike in prices. This went down, and then Bitcoin and all of crypto made lower lows, is what this is saying. But you still had a big pop, which is kind of what I'm looking for, a relief rally. And that would be, if something like that would happen, that would mean, people holding altcoins, that would be your chance to dump some. All right, another one right here. So it's marked here. You had a high and a lower high that got rejected by the green zone, and then Tether dominance went down, and I believe that aligns with the crypto market going up. So I have these labeled the time frame, so on and so forth. So I have all these labels. So you had a high here, it went below the EMA, came up, made a lower high, under or rejected by the green zone, and that got a macro move. Same over here, July. So this was the end of Wyckoff, and it's not a coincidence, folks. Same thing. So this lower high right here, okay, did not get rejected by the green zone. That's why this would not have been a signal for a pump in crypto, right? So I was very specific about that. You have to have a lower high that is below this green zone or specifically rejected by it. So that's why it's not highlighted. It has to be lower than the green zone before crypto can pump, right? That's just the way it works. And so look, I labeled it. It happened exactly on July 20th, 2021, Tether dominance. It exactly got that lower high that got rejected by the green zone, okay? Now let's go to Bitcoin itself, right? And I can split charts or just, do one chart in general, but check this out. These are all the times that was labeled up here. I don't think the time is perfectly aligned, or the chart isn't perfectly, I could guess I can make it about perfectly aligned. Something like that. Now they're roughly aligned. So this blue line, it matches, it's exactly February 6th, 2019. If you want to like zoom in here and look at it, see it says February 6th down at the bottom, or February 4th, whatever, it may be 2 days off, something like that. Okay, now watch. Look at this. Let me line them up a little bit better. Okay, look. This got all your up moves, whether it was a macro up move that sustained or just a relief rally like this one, which is kind of what I was talking about up here, right? So let's zoom in. So I have them on the exact days that this has happened. Now we're going to zoom into this chart. Watch. That got a macro move up. Crypto was finally ready to move up. Here, it got the exact timing on when you got a huge pump to the upside. That was some type of bull trap. 40% move up. Okay, so crypto rally was ready because Tether dominance was ready to go down. Here, got this. So it was a couple days off here, 2 days off here, but it got this from coronavirus dump down here. Even though you did have a good recovery off of here, it got it from the point where it was chilling for 2 weeks. It got the point where you said, oh, we're going to extend an up move, and it allowed you to get this move to the upside. So it was ready to rally because, you know, with Tether dominance's signal. Here, that's the exact date that I have up here. I think it's October, do I not have that labeled correctly? October 15th, right there. Bam. So it got the point, which it was breaking out of this area after a down move, and it was ready to pump, and it got a macro move, like a very, like on the nose, a macro move, right? Did it get the very bottom here? No, but if you have been in crypto for a while, you know that you don't buy bottoms because you're going to get destroyed if you do. And the last one right here, you saw that it happened so that exact condition on Tether dominance happened on July 20th, right? So when did the Wyckoff stuff really turn around? Look, July 20th, first green candle. See that? It got the move perfectly. So look at so now what we're going to do is we're going to dissect what's happening right now. So I'll go back to this chart. Okay, we're going to dissect what is happening at this moment in time. Make sure you flip your phones or get flipped off. It's going to continue helping me make videos for you. Make sure you take that time, do a little dance to the like button. Don't break your phone in excitement. And let's keep going with this assessment. But before we do, make sure that you also leave a comment down below. Leave me something random. It could be, ouch, I stubbed my toe, or my mother's stew is very good. Just help me continue making videos. But what helps you is if you hit that bell with subscribing, because this is time-sensitive information and it'll get delivered to you quickly so you can be nimble and on your toes and protect your crypto portfolio. Now let's dive back into this Tether dominance chart. Follow me on Twitter at @CosasVerdes with the number 2. Turn on your camera and microphone and ask me questions directly and live. Links to the Discord community in the description section of all my videos. If joining a community is not your thing, but you want exclusive content way above and beyond what is offered on YouTube for free, then go ahead and hit the join button down below. Another video will pop up and describe to you your options. All right, what do we have going on right now? And this is only one of 2 things I'm going to show you. Watch. Look. You have a lower high on 2-day RSI? No, it's making higher highs. It means this isn't even close to being done. It's not even close. It's charging into the green zone. And then once it charges in, it's going to have to dance a while, get under its EMA, then go back up, which is another drop in Bitcoin and all of crypto. And then maybe at that point, that's when it would bounce after that next drop. Maybe, but roughly the fastest that can happen, you know, just kind of drawing here. Let's say it peters out there, gets under, goes like this, then makes a lower high somewhere like that. That means potentially dropping until March. So I don't know. This is indicating my analysis, my Bitcoin and crypto analysis without this chart is kind of saying that February has a chance of being a green month, a relief rally before more downside within my origin wave theory type of stuff. But this is saying my assessment is going to be wrong. So I have 2 different forms of analysis that are not agreeing with each other from a macro or mid-macro standpoint. Not tomorrow's candle, not next week's candle, but you know, the next several weeks, like 10 weeks, 12 weeks. There are 2 different forms of very, and honestly, this one might be more compelling. than my typical crypto analysis. So, you know, I know a lot of newer people to crypto just want an analyst or a trader or whoever just to pick a direction. But that's not how the real world works, folks. Only noobs say that stuff, right? I have a lot of comments, you know, people who don't know what they're talking about, which is fine. I try to have a channel so you can learn things, which is fine. But I get a lot of people saying, you know, last week you were bullish, this week you're bearish. Yeah, you should be too. You should flip the way you feel because the market's volatile. The market's, it's not just up forever, right? It was up forever for like 3 months, right? Early 2021, that's it. Come April, boom, done. It's choppy. You need to flip, right? Do you understand? So yeah, it's completely normal and probably actually better for you for 1 week to be bullish, another week to be bearish, or day to day. It doesn't matter. You should be flipping because the market flips, right? So I have analysis that disagree. Two different type of analyses that disagree, and that's fine. I can't change it. It's what the charts are saying. It's facts in the charts, but they're different. They're disagreeing facts. So I don't know how that will reconcile itself. I honestly don't know. All I have to do, so all you can do when you have different analyses over the same time frame. So sometimes your analysis of the week can be up, but the day to be down or the 4 hour to be down, you know, that's normal. Okay, so that can coexist. But these two can't coexist, right? It has to reconcile some way, and one or the other will be correct. There isn't a coexisting of this. And when that happens, that's okay. I don't have a crystal ball. But the only thing you can do is understand what the possibilities are and be ready for each to happen. And potentially, if the moment's right, be ready to attempt to make money in one of those directions, but know exactly when to bail and flip the other direction, knowing that the other way is completely possible as well, right? That's all you can do in a moment like this. And it's perfectly fine not to know which one's going to happen. You just need to know how to act and know that both could happen, all right? So I know a lot of people, you know, in the comment section say, oh, you need to pick a direction. No, you don't. No, you freaking don't. You don't need to pick a section or a direction. All right, so this is saying it's not, this is saying the drop's going to continue, folks. All right, now, you also add on the fact that Bitfinex shorts are still increasing. Still increasing. I think the last time they were still increasing during a drop was here. That's when Bitcoin was trying to level out at 42K, and then Bitfinex shorts kept increasing, and boom, it went down to 29K. That was the last time that happened, right? Typically, after a down move, the shorts will drop. But in this case right here, Bitcoin was dropping and shorts kept adding. That was the last time it happened. So that's another piece to the puzzle. That wasn't even one I was going to show you. The second major thing I wanted to show you is this. Look. Check this out. See this pink line? Look, ultimate market bottom of that bear market in 2014, 2015, pink line. Ultimate bottom of the 2018, 2019 bear market, pink line. Screamed up to 14. The almost ultimate bottom was the pink line. Tried to rally, coronavirus. So it doesn't matter if that coronavirus, you know, isn't new right now. It broke the pink line and accelerated. So let's zoom into that part. This pink line is a big deal. It's supposed to be not passed to the downside. And if price closes a week below it, the only time it's ever happened, it accelerated to the downside and hit the next line, the next dotted line down, right? So you have a dotted line, dotted line, solid. It skipped 2 lines. Accelerate, and it's the only time in Bitcoin history that pink line has been passed like that. Look, and look what just happened. So because the pink line was closed, and you tried to, like Bitcoin tried to get back above it, look. But now that it failed this, like it went below, closed, failed it, you know, tried to get above, failed, it looks like it's going to accelerate. And it, honestly, folks, I did not think this market was going to had a chance to capitulate quite yet, but the US, the Tether dominance and this chart that you're seeing, Tether dominance and that pink line, that master origin line, they are totally disagreeing with that. I simply didn't feel that retail was ready to give up yet, but it might not be a question of retail like it was in 2018. You could kind of get a feel for when people were getting worn out, but that might not be the read. my read on the market, you know, thinking that a capitulation, you know, we have to really, like people holding Luna and, you know, Phantom and all that stuff, like they need more time to get tired, which is true. Like they're still buying this shit, which is crazy to me. But somebody's buying it. And I really don't know why. I think you have to be absolutely insane to be buying that right now. And even if it's for utility you want to use, I think it's silly. So it's obvious that, you know, it's not a retail that are here. There is no retail in the market. There's no new blood pushing crypto up, but the existing people are still buying. They're not worn out, right? So that's why I thought it's going to take till June. It aligned with my origin wave theory. But these two things are saying it could happen right now, regardless of whether they're ready or not to capitulate. It might be a forced capitulation, almost like you're in a hospital bed and they force feed you with the tube. These two charts are saying that that's what's about ready to happen. This could really accelerate to the downside, folks. And this was not part of my typical crypto analysis. I just thankful enough to had good discussions with my VIPs and crypto crackhead tiers on live chats. They've given me ideas, and I have to sound the alarm for the rest of YouTube, because that's my true north. The only reason I even, you know, I quit my job to do this type of stuff is because I got totally screwed after 2017 and 2018. I don't want you to get totally screwed too. I know a lot of people, you know, some of you listening will hold on. I get it. You know, you might just have to feel the pain and do better next cycle if you're around. The thing is, if you do that, you're likely not going to be around next time for the glory. Right. And so I have to show you this stuff, guys and gals, crypto guys and crypto gals. This is really, really scary stuff. And so the capitulation might be happening now. Literally, no relief rally. It could just go straight down. And the targets are low. They're a lot lower than 30K. This is a lot of this is saying that the market cycle top of 2017 is going to be hit. Almost everything is pointing in the same damn direction. So let me show you. This is but I'm pretty much I'm in all in Tether, almost all in Tether, so I'm good personally. But I just know most of you aren't, because fucking people are still buying Phantom and Luna and all this bullshit, even though those aren't bullshit. But I think it's come on, shouldn't be buying this shit right now. All right, so I don't want you all to get too screwed. All right, look, it's market cycle top. And honestly, my heart and my gut says that Bitcoin won't go lower than 30K. That is my gut analysis based off fundamentals of Bitcoin, adoption, all that. Like, it just doesn't seem possible to go lower than 30K, but the charts are disagreeing. So I honestly don't freaking have the charts are disagreeing with what I'm thinking. And I would be foolish not to at least keep, you know, an opinion on either one of these are the most probable. I think there are two top most probables here, and I think 20K is a top 2 to 3 most probable, if perhaps even most probable at this point. Watch, this is I don't want this to be true though, because my gut is saying it's not true. But all right, so weekly, I'm going to go to the weekly. All right, one of my VIPs today told me to pull up these two EMAs, and it's actually very helpful. You can do the analysis without these, but thank you to her to show me that, hey, it actually aligns with exactly what you're saying as well, so it's just more agreement. But even without those EMAs. So last time this tanked down, kind of just take a fractal here. And this goes, I think, below 20K. Something to, no, it hits it on the nose. So if anything similar happens, 20K. Let me move this one. Anything similar happens, 20K. Just all these drops. When it starts accelerating, just watch. 20K. It's just where it all aligns, folks. I don't know what else to say. So it's just whenever moves accelerate to the downside, they have a you know, there's a trend on where they go. Sorry, I dragged something over, had to undo it. I mean, I could use my brain a little bit better. So move this one over. 20K. It's all saying the same crap. And again, I'm not taking this one because this was blow off top. That would be lower than 20K. And we didn't have a blow off top, so I don't think that'll happen. But this is just when the market is ready to start capitulating, like giving up. You know, we're not making all-time highs. Let's give up. Maybe a little rally, give up. So this one actually had two of them. Yeah, just, I mean, all the fractals align with 20K, and that is typically how Bitcoin behaves. Does it have to hit 20K? No. Bitcoin, you know, has different types of dynamics that didn't exist back then. It might not behave the same. But based off of how Bitcoin has historically behaved, it's definitely a top, you know, it's definitely a top 3 most probable. And there are other fractals that go lower. So now, will it make it there all in one push, lower than 20K? If it were, no, probably not. But a lot of these fractals are saying in this very push, it could scream past 30K down to the downside. It really, really could. And you might get a baby bounce at 30K, but this is kind of saying that's not going to happen. So the pink line getting below it, right, and accelerating to the downside, plus the tether dominance chart, this might go straight down. So be prepared. Holding tether, you know, people in tether, yeah, or in shorts, hey, bring it on. Like, I'm just going to buy cheaper stuff. Great. I'm ready for it. But I know a lot of you aren't. So I need you to be prepared. All right. So if you want to see an analysis that is slightly different than this one on why I was thinking capitulation, very low price targets for most altcoins to be in June or summer, my original assessment that disagrees with the assessment I gave you today, click this video right here. If you want to learn how to set up a chart like mine so you can know a little bit more about what you're doing, spend these valuable 28 minutes watching this video. You'll understand me better and other price analysts. Click the circle in the middle. If you haven't subscribed, sorry to bring you bad news. You just got simplified worldwide. Peace.